7 years, 1 island, 6 survivors, and a secret that changed everything. The boat left the harbor on a Tuesday morning in late September. 6 people, 6 strangers, a volunteer research expedition heading toward a remote marine conservation site in the South Pacific. None of them knew each other before boarding. None of them could have imagined what was coming. Dr. Ethan Cole, 29, was the only man on the trip, a marine biologist from Portland, Oregon. Quiet, serious, the kind of man who spent more time studying coral reefs than making conversation. The 5 women were equally accomplished. Maya, 27, a wildlife photographer from Atlanta. Serena, 31, a trauma nurse from Chicago. Lily, 26, a botanist from San Diego. Claire, 30, a survival skills instructor from Denver. And Nadia, 28, a documentary filmmaker from New York City. They were professionals, prepared, equipped, satellite phones, GPS devices, full supply kits. None of it mattered when the storm hit. On day 3, the waves came without warning. Massive, black walls of water swallowed the horizon whole. The captain fought the wheel for 40 minutes before a rogue wave flipped the vessel completely. Ethan remembered the darkness, the burning in his lungs, the desperate pull toward the surface. When he finally broke through, the boat was already sinking. He screamed names into the storm. One by one, he found them, clinging to wreckage, gasping, bleeding, but alive. All 5 women, all 6 survivors. They reached a small, rocky shoreline, and as the storm battered the coast, they crawled onto the sand and collapsed. Morning came, and with it, the truth. Jungle, thick, dense, endless. No signal, no rescue, no civilization. Just trees, silence, and ocean. They were stranded. The first year was the hardest. Claire, the survival instructor, became the backbone of the group. She built shelters from fallen palms and driftwood, taught them which plants were safe to eat. Lily's knowledge of botany became essential, identifying edible plants and collecting rainwater. Serena treated wounds with limited medical supplies and raw improvisation. Maya documented everything, sketching in a waterlogged notebook after her camera was destroyed. And Ethan carried the weight. He built fire systems, reinforced shelters, crafted fishing tools from the wreckage. But more importantly, he held them together. When arguments turned vicious, and they did, Ethan would sit silently between them until the anger burned out. And somehow, it worked. By the end of year 1, they had a camp. By year 2, a village. But there was something no one else in the world knew, a secret all 5 women had carried before the journey even began. Maya was 8 weeks pregnant. She had just discovered her fiancé's betrayal and hadn't told anyone. Serena was 14 weeks pregnant, a single mother by choice. IVF, her entire savings invested in one chance at life. Lily found out just 1 day before departure, in an airport bathroom. Claire's pregnancy came from a mistake she deeply regretted. And Nadia was nearly 20 weeks pregnant, hiding it under loose clothing, afraid she'd be removed from the expedition. 5 pregnant women, 1 stranded island, 1 man who had no idea. Ethan found out on day 43. Serena collapsed. Severe dehydration triggered early complications. And in the chaos, the truth came out. One by one, every secret followed. That night, Ethan sat by the ocean for hours, saying nothing. He wasn't the father. He wasn't romantically involved. But he understood something deeper. Responsibility. He stood, walked back to camp, looked at all 5 women, and said quietly, "No one is alone in this. Not one of you. We're going to bring every single baby into this world safely. I promise." No one spoke, but something changed. They stopped being strangers. They became a family. The births happened over 2 years. Lily's son, River. Serena's daughter, Hope. Maya's daughter, Dawn. Claire's son, Finn. And Nadia, her labor lasted nearly 2 days. With Serena guiding from memory, She gave birth to a girl, Storm, because that's how it all began. Ethan was there for every birth, holding hands, timing breaths, building fires, protecting life. He barely slept, lost weight, but never once stepped back. The children grew up wild and free, barefoot in the sand, learning plants from Lily, swimming with Ethan, drawing with Maya. They spoke a language of their own. They were alive, loved, whole. Rescue came after 7 years, 2 months, and 11 days. A New Zealand Coast Guard helicopter spotted their signal fire, a fire Ethan had maintained every single day for 7 years. What they found was unbelievable. Not survivors, a civilization, homes, water systems, gardens, life. One rescuer said, "In 19 years, I've never seen anything like this." They didn't just survive, they built a life. The world found out in 48 hours. The story went global. 6 survivors, 5 hidden pregnancies, 5 children born in isolation. Maya's sketches became a best-selling book. 3 million copies in 1 year. Ethan gave only one interview. When asked what kept him going, he simply said, "I made a promise on day 43, and I kept it." Years later, they still meet. 6 adults, 5 children, on a quiet beach. They light a fire and remember the promise that held them together. Some people aren't just survivors, they're the reason others survive. Fire,